Hi guys, with me again Aji Kurniawan Yusuf, and in this video we're gonna talk about annuity. In the previous video, which is this video, you have learned about the basic concept of time value of money, and you also learned about how to calculate present value and also future value of uneven cash flow. The question is that, how if we calculate present value and future value of the cash flow that has same amount every period, or we call this as annuity. Annuity is series of payments that are equal and are made at fixed interval. There are two characteristics here: equal and made at fixed interval. Equal means like this: if this year I have to pay $100, it means next year I have to pay $100 too. Next 2 years I have to pay $100 too. It is equal. Fixed intervals mean if it is every 1 year, so payment will be made always every 1 year. So this year, next 2 years, next 3 years. If it is every month, so this month I have to pay, next month I have to pay, next 2 months I have to pay. Not after 1 month and then 1 year I pay again, after that 1 month again. It is not fixed interval. Do you get the idea? The example is that when we pay housing loan, every month we have to pay the same amount. Or maybe we want to pay vehicle loan, every month we have to pay the same amount. That is annuity. Before we talk deeper about annuity, let's talk about timelines. This is the example of timelines. Tick marks at the end of period. So tick in period 1 means the end of period 1 or the beginning of period 2. Tick in period 2 means the end of period 2 or the beginning of period 3. Tick in period 3 means the end of period 3 or the beginning of period 4. How about period 0? Period 0 is today. Do you get the idea? Now, there are 3 basic types of annuity. First is ordinary annuity, second is annuity due, and the third is perpetuity. Ordinary annuity, annuity due, and also perpetuity. Let's talk it one by one. Ordinary annuity. Ordinary annuity is an annuity whose payment occur at the end of period or started from the next period. For example, I have to pay housing loan start from next month. It is ordinary annuity. This is the example of the timelines. So it doesn't start from period 0, but it starts from period 1. The example is loan amortization or housing loan. Then, how to calculate the present value and also future value? Assume that the annuity only lasts for 3 years, year 1, year 2, and also year 3. And assume that the interest rate is 5%. So, how to calculate present value of the annuity basically is the same with how to calculate present value of uneven cash flow. So, we have to search the present value of year 1, year 2, and year 3 one by one. Remember that future value equals to present value times 1 plus I to the power of n. So present value equals to future value divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. Start from year 1. It is 100 divided by 1 plus the interest 5% to the power of 1. It equals to $95.24. Year 2, 100 also, it means 100 divided by 1 plus 5% to the power of 2. It equals to $90.70. And the last one is $100 in year 3, 100 divided by 1 plus I 5% to the power of 3. It equals to 86.38. So the present value is the sum of present value of year 1, year 2, and also year 3. It equals to 272.32. Is it easy, right? By the way, in the real life, annuity will not only last for 3 periods, 6 periods, 12 periods, but it could also last for 100 periods, 120 periods, 150 periods, and so on. For example, you want to take credit to purchase a house. You need 10 years. And then you have to pay every month. It means there will be 10 times 12 period. There will be 120 period. Then how could we calculate the present value? It is so hard for us to calculate the present value one by one, then sum it all, right? That's why this is quick formula to calculate the future value of ordinary annuity. Present value of ordinary annuity equals to PMT. PMT is payment. The same amount that we have to pay, in this case is 100, times 1 minus 1 per 1 plus I to the power of n. Remember, I is interest per period, not interest per year. And n is number of period, not number of year, divided by I. So in this case, 100 times 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus 5% or 0.05 to the power of 3 divided by 5%. It equals to 272.32. If we compare with our previous calculation, the answer is the same, is 272.32. How to calculate future value in the end of the period? Just simply we calculate the future value one by one and sum it all. For example, in year 1, the cash flow is 100. Future value equals to present value times 1 plus I to the power of n. So 100 times 1 plus 5% to the power of 2, because the difference between year 1 and year 3 is 2 years. It is 110.25. Year 2, 100 times 1 plus 5% to the power of 1, because the difference between year 2 and also year 3 is 1 period. It equals to 105. While in year 3, it is 100 times 1 plus 5% to the power of 0. It equals to 100. So, the total future value is 100 plus 105 plus 110.25. It equals to 315.25. That is quick formula to calculate the future value of ordinary annuity. Future value of ordinary annuity equals to PMT, payment, times 1 plus I, interest per period, to the power of n, number of period, minus 1, divided by I. So, the PMT is 100, the I is 5%, and the n is 3. After we input all those things in the formula, we can find the future value of ordinary annuity is 315.25. It is the same right with our previous calculation, 315.25. Second type is annuity due. Annuity due is an annuity whose payment occurs at the beginning of the period or started from now or started from today. This is the example of the timeline. So it starts from period 0 and then period 1 and period 2. For example, motor vehicle installment. Usually it is annuity due. So we start the installment from now. And then insurance premium. Usually we have to pay it in the beginning of period. Okay, let's calculate the present value of annuity due one by one. Remember, present value equals to future value divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. In year 0, it means 100 divided by 1 plus 5% to the power of 0. It equals to 100. In year 1, it is 100 divided by 1 plus 5% to the power of 1. It is 95.24. And year 2, it is 100 divided by 1 plus 5% as the interest rate to the power of 2. It is 90.70. If we sum it all, the present value will be 285.94. Is there any quick formula? Of course! This is the quick formula for the present value of annuity due. It is 1 minus bracket 1 plus I to the power of minus bracket n minus 1 divided by I times PMT plus PMT. Remember, multiply first with PMT and then add with PMT, not add first then multiply it. After we input the I 5%, the N is 3, and then the PMT is 100, we can find that the PV due, the present value of annuity due, equals to 285.94. It is the same value with our previous calculation, 285.94. Next, calculating future value for annuity due. Let's try to find the future value of each period. Started from year 0 because the cash flow has existed from year 0. It means future value equals to present value times 1 plus I to the power of n. 100 times 1 plus 5% to the power of 3, because from year 0 to year 3 is 3 years. It equals to 115.7625. Year 1, it is 100 times 1 plus 5% to the power of 2. It equals to 110.25. And then year 2, 100 times 1 plus 5% to the power of 1. It equals to 105. If we sum this all, we can find the future value is 331.0125. The quick formula for you. Future value for annuity due, it equals to 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I times PMT times 1 plus I. As we know, the I 5%, n is 3, PMT is 100. So 1 plus 5% to the power of 3 minus 1 divided by 5% times 100 times 1 plus 5%, it equals to 331.0125. So future value of the annuity due equals to 331.0125. It has the same value with our previous calculation. Wow, you have learned about ordinary annuity and annuity due. Now let's go to the third one, perpetuity. Perpetuity is the annuity that continues forever. For example, you work in a company and then you are retired. After that, you will get retirement fund every month. It continues forever. It is perpetuity. So we can only calculate the present value. Present value equals to PMT divided by I. Why could we not calculate the future value? Because it continues forever. We don't know up to what periods, right? So in this case, if the payment is 100 with the interest 5%, it means the present value equals to 100 divided by 5%. It equals to $2,000. Wow, you have known how to calculate present value and future value of annuity. The next question is that, how if I want to calculate the PMT? Of course, you can use the previous formula too and find the PMT. I'm still confused. Okay, let's try a question. Jacqueline purchased a car in the amount of $10,000. The loan has 20% per annum interest rate for 3 years. Calculate monthly payments she has to pay if she starts to pay the loan A. Next month, B. This month. Okay, we know from the question the present value is $10,000. The I is 12% divided by 12 because we pay it monthly. It equals to 1%. And then the N, the period, it is 3 years times 12 because in 1 year there are 12 periods. It equals to 36 periods. From the question we can know question A is about ordinary annuity and question B is about annuity due. Let's do the question A, start from next month or ordinary annuity. We use this formula, present value of ordinary annuity equals to PMT times 1 minus 1 per 1 plus I to the power of n divided by I. So, the present value is 10,000, the I is 1%, and then the n is 36. After we input all those numbers to the formula, we can find that 10,000 equals to PMT times the result is 30.10750,504. If it is not the last result, it's better for us not to round it first. Why? Because if we round it and then we round it again, so the final result will be far from the actual result. So PMT equals to $10,000 divided by 30.10750,504. It equals to $332.14. Question B, if it starts this month, this is about annuity due. Just use the formula of present value of annuity due. It is 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of minus n minus 1 divided by I times PMT plus PMT. So we input in the formula the present value is 10,000, the I is 1%, and the n is 36. And then we can find 10,000 equals to 29.40858009 times PMT plus PMT. 29.408 something PMT plus 1 PMT, it equals to 30.408580009 PMT. So 10,000 equals to 30.408580009 PMT. So the PMT is 10,000 divided by 30.408 something. It equals to 328.85. Well, finally you have learned about annuity. Why you have to learn about annuity? Because annuity is so related with our real life, both for the corporate finance and also personal finance.